Action.
Hi, my name is Nkechi Opara. I'm from Nigeria. I came to the US 10 years ago, September 11th. Came to join my husband, who is in the Navy. But today I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Can we all ask ourselves why this violence is going on here and there? Killing, people being abused for no reason. Being a survivor of domestic violence wasn't easy with a little boy that had an open heart surgery. I had to stay in a shelter. I had no family here, but I had the support of a shelter. But do we really help the shelter? Do we really help those women in the shelter? It's not their fault that they are being abused by a madman. But then, today I want to talk to you all about how we can support all those women. Those little kids bear the brunt. We are very, very vulnerable to all these problems that we go through each day by men. It's not only men that are being, it's not only women that are being abused, women too are being abused. But what has the government do to help these women or these kids? A lot of violence here and there, people being killed, men killing women because they don't want to pay child support. The government talks about, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to get child support. But you say child support sometimes increases the way men are being, that men become more violent to those women because they don't want to pay. Can the government help these women? Living in a shelter for 3 months, can I make something living for 3 months in a shelter? We need you guys to please support these women and these kids. They go through a lot. We had to come back at 6 o'clock. Some weekend we can study at night. We don't have a room of our own. I remember how I started. I had no family here, but the ESP shelter in here what helped me. It wasn't easy. I had a clinician. I had doctors from Children's Hospital that was helping me and my son. But I do want to tell you guys this. If a woman has a record, a bad record, from her onset, she will not get the support that I have. I want the police, people to support these women, people in government to support these women, especially the kids. How can we do this? I cannot do it alone. I want you guys to do it for us. We'll work together to make these women a stronger person, to be a survivor, to tell those men that are hitting on women that shame on them. I could remember when my husband told me I cannot do without him because he knows my families are not here. But the shelter helped me. It wasn't an easy thing. I had to sleep on the floor of church, lived in different shelters to help me and my son. The hospital helped me and my son. I don't want any other woman to go through this. When a woman is being abused, can we find a way to help this woman stand on their own? Maybe with a licensed job, help them with job, a place to stay with those kids, a safer place. Go to school, get them admission to go to schools, how they can pay for their schools and book and everything. It's not easy. It wasn't an easy thing for me when the whole thing started. I started from Virginia. I found myself in California. Today, I lived in 3 to 4 shelters. I lived in a church for over 8 months, slept on the floor. But we have government, we have people that could support these women. My son doesn't deserve that. The person I was married to wasn't a baby daddy. I was married in the right way. But then I found myself in a country where I had nobody to support me. But thank God I had the shelter, the airspace shelter. Can we make those kind of places more with good things to help these women like me? The violence is getting too much. We keep hearing women that we can't find this lady, we're looking for this lady. Most of them are being killed by crazy men. We want support, strong support for women, for shelters. In Hayward, we don't have a male shelter. Is there a way where you guys could help people that had lost their job? We all know that if you have a felony, you find it difficult to get a job. If you have a criminal background, you find it difficult to get a job. But our past shouldn't dictate to who we are. Maybe we don't have a mentor that told us the right and wrong thing to do when we're young, and now we're grown, we need help. A lot of people in the shelters have one thing or the other. When they call on the police for help, they punch in your name and something comes up, you have no respect. They think your past dictates your present. We need strong support. We need to stop this violence in our community, killing, shooting. We need to listen to each other. I'm begging everybody here, whatever help you can do to help everybody that is in need, especially the vulnerable people, the low-income families. Most of us, especially people of color, I'm a woman of color from another country. I know all that I went through. It was a roller coaster for me and my son. It was a roller coaster, but today I'm happy that I'm a survivor. I'm now in school, Cal State East Bay. Someday I'm gonna graduate. But I don't want any woman like this, like me, to go through this again. We need scholarship, we need home, we need a job for women that are going through all this. We need good schools for those kids. When you go to the shelter where I go to volunteer sometimes, the shelter that helps me, there's no playground for the kids. There's no toys. There's no toys for the kids. I was an ICC chair for Chabot, a student trustee for Chabot. What I do was to get donations for kids at the shelter for Christmas. Do they have good Christmas? No. They are not happy. They don't have TV in the shelter. They go to bed at 10 o'clock. Before 10, we eat what they serve us. Government should go in there and look into that places. I'm a victim. I can tell you the story. I want you guys to come in and see what we see over there. We need help. We need help in the shelter. We need help for those kids. We need help. If you guys could help right now, I'm planning to get donations to see if we could make the ESP shelter playground a good playground for the kids. They have no toys, they have nothing. They don't deserve that. It wasn't their fault. Nobody on earth deserves to be abused. So please come help those women. Go to school, be a stronger person. And shame to all those people that abuse people. We should stop the violence. Stop the violence in our neighborhood. Stop the violence in churches, in schools. Stop the violence everywhere. We should learn to love one another. Thank you.